Hey, this week's episode of One of a Kind with RVD is presented by FanDuel. And baseball season is right around the corner. I'm a big baseball fan. I've got my Pirates hat on right now. Not going to predict them to win the World Series, but there's some interesting odds going on for the World Series. Right now, the Dodgers are so heavily favored at plus 210 to win the World Series again. Plus 210. Next up is the Yankees at plus 1100. Look, you want to make an early bet that's kind of like, I don't know, it's out there. It's all risk with baseball. But as good as the Dodgers are, I could not fathom them winning another World Series. That's tough to do. It's tough to win another World Series like that. So I'm going to win the Yankees plus 1100 right now. You can date it right now on FanDuel. You can have other options too. Seattle Mariners at plus 1200, the Mets at plus 1300, the Phillies at plus 1500, and so on and so forth. But I'm taking the Yankees plus 1100. Lay a little money down, see what happens.
Rob Van Dam! Rob Van Dam! Rob Van Dam! I'm Rob Van Dam. The whole show.
From Pebble Creek, Michigan, weighing 230 pounds.
Hey, everybody, it's not RVD tonight. It's KT VD.
Hey.
What's up, Katie? How are you?
Great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. Thanks for doing this tonight. Should be a fun one.
Yeah, this fun.
I'm super pumped for this. How's the babies doing? I'll first start off by asking that.
Awesome. They're doing so good. Yeah, I feel like they're growing by like the hour. Like every time I look at them, like it's like their head's getting bigger, their cheeks are getting fatter. So it's been exhausting, but really, really fun. And I just stare at them and love.
How's the schedule adjustment been for you?
It's really hard. They eat like every 2 hours. So I wake up in the middle of the night and it's hard to keep my eyes open, but it's just a part of it. So I'm learning to adjust because me and Rob are like, we're big sleepers. Like before babies, I would sleep like 10 hours a night at least. So it's an adjustment, but I'll get used to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure it takes a little bit. And I can only imagine what it's like with twins because I didn't even think – I think you might have been with Rob when he mentioned this. Or maybe it was you that mentioned this, that like, you know, the one starts crying and then the other one wakes up. And I didn't even think about that with having twins.
I'm going to turn my brightness down. So I can see.
Yeah, go for it. You're okay. I'll say hi to some folks in the chat in the meantime. We got Trude Must Go. And then we got White Fox Dragon in the house. We got Seth, the writer of our theme song. Thanks so much for joining on in. Shout out to him.
Hey, Seth.
We got Lady Nisa here. Maddie's always a great one to have. We back, baby. We back.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, y'all, for... Hey, thanks y'all for joining.
Feel free to ask Katie some questions and stuff like that. We got a few things lined up, but definitely we'll be happy to take your guys' questions too in here as well. So, let me ask you this too. Have you thought, like, after the fact of having twins and stuff like that, getting back in the ring at some point, or where's your mindset at with that? Or you're not worried about that right now?
Yeah, I actually have a match already booked for WrestleMania.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So I've already been back training. We took the babies their first outing because they can't be around people yet. But we took them to the wrestling school because it was just a closed gym with the ring. And just so I could just start getting back into the mindset and training again. And my match back is going to be for LFC. It's Lingerie Fight Championship, where it's like wrestling and MMA together. And I'm doing that on WrestleMania weekend here in Vegas.
Yeah.
And also I'm reffing at the JCW show.
No way.
Yeah.
Juggalo's having a show there too, Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm going to be a ref. And I love reffing. So that's going to be fun and something different.
Oh, that's so awesome. That's so cool. I didn't know you were getting back right into it like that.
Yeah. As soon as the day after the doctor cleared me, I was back at the gym. So it's hard to break away from the kids because it's my full-time job, but I try to just make the most out of my time in the gym. Like, I'm like, this is my one break from the kids today. Like I cannot take it easy. So I've just been preparing, for my next match.
How long do you spend in the gym typically?
Before the babies, I would do 3 workouts a day. I did CrossFit for 1 hour, and then I would do a hot in the sauna. I would do Pilates, and then I would do yoga in the sauna. But now with babies, I'm like, I only have an hour to get it in. So I'm like, no breaks. Like, yeah, all gas, no brakes.
That's it. That's it. And yeah, it's like, it's such a blessing to have the kids and the babies and stuff too. But yeah, it's like, even for your own kind of well-being at some point, you got to take a little bit of a breather, just to be like, all right, recalibrate and kind of get refocused and stuff too.
Yeah.
So, that's good
and
stuff.
It's cool because then it makes me feel like my old self, like when I'm working out, and also to have the match to look forward to is like cool that I still have that side of me too.
Yeah.
I love to do it all, like being a mom, but also getting back and being a wrestler makes me excited.
I bet. No, I always think about that too, because Becky Lynch, she's had a baby and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's been other ones like that, and then just to make that adjustment and go back on the road and kind of, I mean, obviously I'm not a mother or anything like that, but to have that kind of mindset and balance it all out at the same time, it's got to be a challenge in certain ways, I would think,
Right, because then it's hard to have the same schedule as before when I'm not sleeping like I used to. So I try to just do what I can to take care of myself, like chug water. Every time I'm up with the kids, I have a gallon of water, and I just try to chug as much as I can, and cooking healthy meals and walking with the kids and stuff like that, like pushing them in their stroller, like staying active in that way. So that way I don't like completely lose myself to momhood. Like I want to be able to balance both.
And that's such, you find, I'm sure that happens to so many moms too, is like it's hard to get that balance, because once your priorities ultimately change. Like you have a number one priority then.
Right. Yeah. When before it was just me, myself, and I, and also
Yeah.
Rob, and being like the best wife I could be, and doing things around the house to make the house run smoothly and cooking and things like that. But now, I'm balancing that with not just one newborn, 2 newborns. So my hands are literally always full, literally, but
It
would be impossible without family help. Like that's been a key to be able to also have time, like even to do this podcast with the babies.
Yeah. Now, do you have family members that are in the area now, like helping you?
They just come and stay with me.
Oh, nice. Okay. Sweet.
Thankful. Yeah.
That's
so
great.
we got a whole crew here, all hands on deck.
All hands on deck, ready to roll.
Yeah. Everyone's soaking up the baby love.
Yeah. What's been the most rewarding thing for you so far, being a new mom?
Them looking at me is just so sweet. Like they don't really like laugh. Like they do smiles, but it could just be like gas.
Yeah, you don't know at this point.
Yeah. So they're not really like showing like kind of like a lot of emotion, but just them staring at me and making their little squeaky noises and stuff. Like my heart just really melts.
Yeah.
So far that's just so rewarding. And then when I hold them on my chest and then feel their little arms on me and their head resting, and I just know like I'm their whole world, it's just so rewarding. And I just stare at them in love.
Oh, man, yes. It's a one of a kind experience,
Really?
Right?
I've never cried so much in my life. Happy tears. Like every time I would do anything or hold them, like I would cry and just be so in awe. Like I cannot believe we created this.
Mm-hmm.
And mixture of Rob's my favorite person, I'm my favorite person. Like, mixing my 2 favorite people to make 2 new people. Like it blows my mind that my heart could even grow that much.
Now, getting into motherhood and stuff like that, is it what you kind of expected it to be so far, or is it a lot different than what you thought it was going to be?
Well, I mean, everybody warned me, like they're like, oh, get your sleep in now while you can, or you're going to have your hands full. And then, I don't know. I think I underestimated it because as an aunt, I have a lot of kid experience, but that's like like age like 4 and up, because normally the newborns just want their mom, so I wasn't used to being like the main caretaker of somebody so little. So I do think it is like harder, because like I follow Kelly and she has twins and she makes it look so easy and like just shows like the fun part. So I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so fun. But then a lot of it is like 2 babies screaming at you at one time. It's like, what do I do? So I guess it is harder, but I knew it was gonna be. I just didn't know like to the extreme of how much work. But they're in the stage right now where it is like they're their most needy, and they'll with time, they'll sleep longer and they'll be able to hold their bottle and things like that. So it's just the phase that we're in. Yeah.
You're right in the early thick of it all kind of deal.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
That's the big part about it. Did you have to kind of do a lot? I'm sure you did. Did you have to do like a lot of kind of research about how to handle twins and what that's in comparison to having just one single baby or anything?
I'm AIing it all night. I'm at like Chat GPT. Like I'm asking, like, is this normal? Or I have some friends that work in the NICU at the hospital, so I'll like message them and send pictures and just to get everything confirmed. Like this is safe, right? This is normal. And now I'm getting more confident as a mom, since I've been, like I'm a few weeks in now, so I'm starting to get more confident. But I research everything, and before they were here, I was reading books, and all the information I can get, I take it in. And my mom's done like, it's like mommy boot camp. Like my mom has been like a huge help, and I ask her so many questions, so that's helped me be able to learn. And as I learn, it makes it easier too.
Oh, no doubt, right? It's and like like the cliche is that nobody made a handbook to how to teach you how to do a lot of this stuff. And so it's just like it's kind of like it's baptism by fire. You learn as you go, and it's just like
right, like
out as you go too.
Right, like does this cry mean that they're hungry, or this cry mean they have gas, or this means they just want to be held? Like I'm learning what everything means, and also it's kind of like. It's every time it's kind of like problem solving before it turns into chaos. Like just whatever problem they have, like trying to solve it before they get too upset and then upset the other one.
Yeah. Hey, Katie, real quick, wanted to talk about FanDuel again. FanDuel, big fan of baseball, love baseball. Like I said, I love the Pirates too. And my pick for this home run stuff, I want to do the home run this time around. And, Aaron Judge won the MVP last year. Somebody that got inched out by him was Cal Raleigh. And I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder this season. So I'm going to bet, you can bet here on FanDuel for him to hit 40-plus regular season home runs. Seems like a pretty safe bet. And it's minus 113 right now for Cal Raleigh. So you could just lay $10 down and maybe hopefully glide safe and get stand to win $8.85. So try that one out for FanDuel. But yes, good stuff here. What else was I going to ask you about this? So how many siblings do you have?
I'm 1 out of 5.
Oh, okay. Wow. So your mom does have experience then.
Yeah. And also these are her 14th and 15th grandkids. So everybody in my family has a lot of kids.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you got a lot of brains you can pick from too if you need to.
Yeah. And that's also what kind of like inspired me to know I wanted to be a mom. Was I love being an aunt so much, and being with my nieces and nephews. Like I felt like that purpose, like of them needing me, and even just as an aunt, like I was like, this is the best feeling. The love from the kids, and so I knew it was my calling to be a mom. Was all the practice I had with them.
Right. It was getting you ready for it for sure. Doing all that.
Yeah. Someone asked if I'm smoking, but I'm not able to. So yeah, I've been sober since before the pregnancy because they do drink breast milk. So yeah, I can't smoke. I can't even try the Happy Hippo Kratom.
Oh, right. Yep.
Drinking. So yeah, this is the most sober I've ever been. But also I'm like, well, I've had my whole adult life kind of, to do that. So taking a break is okay.
Was that a tough adjustment, or was that easier than you thought it was going to be too? Just to be like,
Yeah, it's just kind of like I can't do that now. Like smelling Rob's flower when it's like so fresh and he first lit the doobie is like, that smells really good. I'd love to smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's just like I know I can't, so it doesn't even really tempt me. And now he doesn't smoke around me since the pregnancy. So since I'm not really like around the weed, it doesn't tempt me. But when I do get to go out again, it will be fun, like to go dance and let loose since every moment of my day is like having to be so responsible. Like it'll be fun again when I can let loose, like me and Rob go on vacation or something. But until then, yeah, it's been pretty easy adjustment.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was thinking too. I mean, I'm sure, obviously like you're thinking more about the babies and everything like that, but like, and when you think about it in that regard, you're just like, okay, that stuff can wait, I don't know.
Right, yeah.
Right. It's like,
yeah,
there'll be another time for that. Let future Katie worry about that.
yeah, right. My purpose is something else right now, and all my energy's going there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So if people aren't aware, Rob's overseas right now. So that's where he's at. So he seems to be having it looks like a pretty darn good time over there. There's Blue Media over there. There's Kevin Nash I saw.
So many people. Yeah.
So many people.
I have huge FOMO. Like that's harder than giving up weed or alcohol and not being with Rob every second. But thank God, like of course, like I said, like I have like my whole family's here. So so it keeps me from being too lonely missing him. But like me and him is like it ain't one without the other. Like it's weird to not be traveling with him, and especially going like out of the country is something I love to do. So I really look forward to when the kids can fly and go with us, and we'll be taking them to all the fan meet and greets, and they'll have their own little 8x10s and stuff to sell.
Oh, that'll be sweet. Heck yeah, Saba and then Karma. I like it. So the other thing I was going to ask too was the aspect of I just wanted to talk about, I wanted to reintroduce a lot of the fans here and listeners tuning in, maybe even for the first time, talk about the story about how you and Rob met and how that all came about, because I think it's such a great story, and it's neat. It's very pro wrestling. So and it actually was 10 years ago this April. So this WrestleMania weekends are 10-year anniversary. A decade. Wow. Does it feel like a decade?
Sometimes it feels like a long time. Like when I start thinking about memories or looking back at pictures, I'm like, wow, we really locked in. We've been together for so long. But then when I think about like that time in my life, sometimes it's like, how has that been that long? But okay, so it was okay, I'll do the long story, but then I'll try to make it short.
Sure. Yeah, no, take your time.
Okay. So when I joined wrestling school, I was doing like video study, and I found ECW. And of course, that was my favorite. I was like so drawn to it, and like the creativity and the ratchetness and all that. And I saw Rob's promo where he was doing the splits, and I was like, who is that? Like, I feel like I fell in love instantly. And then I was at WrestleCon after that, WrestleCon Dallas 2016. And then Rob was doing autograph signing by my table where I was doing autograph signing. So I went over and introduced myself, and I gave him a hug. And then we like kept hugging. Like it was like awkwardly long. Like it just felt so good. Like it just felt like home. And we hugged for a really long time. And I wrote down my number, and I put it I wrote down and I put it in his bag so he would have it. And so I felt the instant connection, and sent him a selfie of me afterwards so he would like remember. And I happened to be visiting my best friend Megan in California a few days after that. And then I checked in on Instagram where I was, and then he messaged me and was like, you're right at the bottom of my hill. Like which is random because California is everything so far apart. So for me to be like 10 minutes from him was like just a crazy coincidence, because I was living in New Orleans at the time. And then, so we're like, let's do breakfast tomorrow. He came and picked me up, and he's like, if you're having fun, I'm going to do a podcast after this and you can come with me. And And then I saw that I was the background on his phone. So the selfie that I sent him to remind him who I was already like, he put it as the background of his phone. So I was like, wow, he really does like me. And then I gave him a kiss, like when I saw that. I was thinking he's probably a whore. Like so many guys that are famous, like have like hoes. So I was just thinking like he had girls everywhere. So when I saw I was the background, I was like, wow, I must be special to him too. But then we went to the podcast, we vibed. It was so fun just being around him. And then we hung out again the next day, and we were literally walking on the beach holding hands, like something out of a romance movie or something. And we were walking holding hands. It just felt so natural, like so quick. Like it never felt forced at all. Like it really felt like his energy was my home. And yeah, we've been together since. And I was living in New Orleans. He was living in California, but I would go visit him. He would come and visit me. And eventually I sold my house in New Orleans so I could move out with him there. And at the time I was wrestling for WOW Women of Wrestling. So I already had a job in California too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, crazy. Because we were training
Yeah.
in Long Beach, which was right by him. So I moved out there, and then we moved to Vegas together, and got married, and then now we have kids.
Man, it's that's such a neat kind of story too, because like it's like meeting at a wrestling convention and you like studying wrestling and like
Yeah.
you happen to stumble upon it. Not really, you didn't know who he was at that point at all. Like really, you were just kind of taking in tape, right? So
Yeah, because I didn't grow up watching wrestling. Which is a whole nother story how I got into it, but I didn't grow up watching it. So once I got into wrestling, I was just studying everybody and seeing who stood out, like who I wanted to be like, video study. And so when I saw Rob, like his style being so unique, his promos being so unique, the way he's not like angry and he's so chill, I was just really drawn to that energy. And I thought he was hot.
that helps, right?
Yeah. So I was like, he's really hot. I loved his style, the way he's a high flyer, but also thick. So I was like, he doesn't look like he would be able to jump like he does.
Mm-hmm.
The splits and was really cool. And so, yeah, it was just a lot of things about him. I was like, that's my favorite wrestler. So then when I saw him in person, I was like, I'm definitely going to go introduce myself. And Luke Hawks was my trainer in New Orleans. He knew Rob through doing movies together.
Yeah. Luke does a lot of that, right?
Yeah, he does a lot of movies. So yeah, he went over with me. And I said, I want you to hook me up with Rob. And he's like, I don't think you'll have you'll need any help with that. And yeah, then I met him and yeah, I just kept thinking about him. And then we vibed like I thought we would.
You did think so? You weren't apprehensive, like you're like, oh man, what if he's a jerk, or what if anything like that kind of happens? Like
the only thing that made me apprehensive was, is he a whore? Like that's what I did not want. Yeah, because so many guys are whores and they're like cheaters and they have girls in every city and they lie. Like that was just what I experienced with men before him. So I just went ahead and assumed that's how he was. But then he's so honest, like the most honest person that I've met. And which inspired me, I was like, that's something I want to be too. So that made me an honest person. And his honesty, his loyalty, his integrity, like just a lot of things that I saw in him was really something where I'm like, felt like I could have something long-term and serious with him.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, I liked Rob, like as a fan growing up, and just being like, man, this guy's fucking cool. He's got like neat moves. He isn't, and like what you were saying too, he's not like that your typical yelling kind of like angry wrestler that's always like, I'm gonna fuck you up or like anything like that. He was more like, hey, yeah, I know what I'm about and I'm cool and I'm gonna kick your ass. And that's kind of all it was, you know, and that's all you really needed. And like, so and then obviously getting to do the show and stuff with him too, you do learn about like how like loyal he is and how trustworthy he is and how straightforward he is. And like, and he doesn't care a lot of what people think, which is like a commendable kind of attitude to have. That is something tough to develop for a lot of people, you know? And that's what's great. Rob's great.
He's great. Yeah. I knew he was like a keeper. So I was like, I can't fuck this up. And I wanted to just give it my all. And before where it might just be like where I meet someone but not take it serious, where Rob, it was like I felt like I wanted to marry him then.
Yeah. What? So was that when you were getting into the business, was that something like maybe Luke Hawks or somebody in the business help kind of warn you about other guys in the industry and what you should watch out for or anything to that effect? Or was that kind of, you were already kind of aware of that in a certain regard?
Yeah, I was kind of aware of it. Like when I first went to WWE, because that's how I got into it, was a rosebud at WWE. Like a lot of the guys did have like a really thirsty vibe. Like you could just tell like they're whores or they're like looking for like they're just like looking for girls. Like it seems like that's their whole like mission in life. Is the so Luke, I guess he did kind of warn me, but I already knew how guys were. So it wasn't like it was my first time meeting men. Right. But yeah, so I was already used to it and I just kind of assumed the worst. So I guess it's when I found Rob, it was like I could just put that whole guard down of what I was expecting. But yeah.
Did you kind of have like almost like a thought process? Well, yeah, I'm like, if I have a preference that I'm not necessarily going to date a wrestler. Like, did you kind of have that kind of mentality going into it too? Like, because I kind of know what they're about, or would you just take it as you go? Like, oh, if I met somebody, then and like Rob, you know?
Yeah, I was just thinking if I met somebody, you know, I was just open to whatever. Like not open to whatever. I mean it as in a way like I was open-minded. Like I was just single. Like I don't know who I'm gonna date, who I'm gonna marry. Yeah, I just thought if it's somebody, I would like it for someone to be somebody with ambition and somebody goal-oriented. And if they're into the same things as me, like wrestling or like weightlifting, like that makes it even better because then we have those things in common. Right. So yeah, so I thought like I would like them to be in my world. But yeah, I didn't really have any expectations. I didn't know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I wasn't against it.
Okay, yeah, no, because I was curious too, because it's like a lot of the times it's like, you know, the work cliche, don't shit where you eat or anything like that. And
yeah, like Rob said he thought he would never date a female wrestler, but that's because
really?
I said you see the worst of it. Like you go on a trip overseas and then people may have a wife at home, but then they pretend, or a husband at home, and then like they're overseas, so they pretend like they don't, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're like, yeah, what they don't know doesn't hurt them type mentality. So I knew that, but when I met Rob, like it just proved like you can't judge everybody off of that.
Right. Yeah, you definitely can't too. And yeah, that's the thing too, is like you assess people for like how they interact with you and what you see about them, and like you make your own judgment based on that. I think in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
That do it that way. So yeah, no. What else was I going to ask you in regards to stuff like that? Oh shoot, that'll come back to me. But here we'll get some super chats though. Frankie has an interesting one. I don't know how Katie, you tell me if this is true. How are most women good at dancing without lessons?
Probably just practicing.
Yeah.
Like, these girls, when they go out with their friends, like I feel like they dance. I don't know. Like there are a lot of guys that dance, but girls, it's just more like socially common for girls to go out with their friends and dance. So I feel like just practicing. I used to practice in the mirror, like when I was a kid and couldn't go out to the club or something. Like I would dance, turn on Spice Girls or something and dance.
Heck yeah.
I feel like just with anything, like practice makes things easier and less awkward, where guys might not they might not be as likely to practice in their mirror. So then when they go out, it might look a little more awkward since they haven't pulled those moves out before.
That's a great point too. It's like, yeah, girls I'm sure have a more tendency to do that in front of the mirror or practice at home, and where guys are like,
or with their girlfriends, like me and my friends would turn on music and then just like dance just to have fun, entertain ourselves. I don't picture guys being unless, I mean, they're dancers, but I don't think guys are as likely to just turn on music with their guy friends and dance.
No, we were just playing video games. That's all. That's all we were doing. Yeah. We weren't dancing. Hey, who's over 40? Raise your hand. I got to do that. I'm actually 7 months into being 40. And you know what? I always take a lot of pride in saying that I am 40, but I feel like I'm 20 years old. And that's, for the most part, still typically true. But definitely do notice some changes, getting a lower energy, kind of lack of sleep sometimes, in and out, and just trying to get that life balance again and having that same type of mentality and zest when I was, 28 indeed. Well, I'm always happy to support Mars Men because it's a natural testosterone support. And they have a lot of great ingredients in there, from vitamin D. That's a big thing too. Vitamin D, you think about how much, people lack that, especially in the wintertime. Well, with the new year coming here, why not get a head start in getting that vitamin D and get ready for that sun stuff, energy from the sun and all that happening. And so Mars Men is a great way to go. Give it a try. Take about 5 of these a day, and you stay consistent on it. You might notice some changes when it comes to your energy level. And on top of that, too, if you work out and active, you might notice some help a little bit with that as well. It's particular to everybody. But yes, we're happy to have him here at One of a Kind with RVD, and we have a special deal for our listeners today. That's right. For a limited time, our listeners get 50% off for life, plus free shipping and 3 free gifts at mengotomars.com. It's a perfect way to kick off the new year strong. That's mengotomars.com for 50% off and 3 free gifts at checkout. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that One of a Kind with RVD sent you. Here's another question from Frankie, too. Thanks for $2. How do you stay positive during shitty circumstances?
I feel like I stay positive, thinking kind of like a yin yang. Like if things like suck, it has to balance itself out. So like the beginning of last year was horrible, like so bad. And Rob had broken his feet, Sabu died, and it was just really hard on us. And then Rob told me that like it's going to be like a yin yang, like it has to balance itself out, like it's not going to stay negative. And then it was so true, because then I ended up getting pregnant, and then it ended up being the best year of our life after it was like the shittiest. So that helps me when it's like feels just so dark and negative things like happen. It seems like one thing after another. It just remind myself like it's not going to stay like that. Like life is like a roller coaster.
Yeah, that's such a fact too. It's like, it is like a roller coaster. It's like I've always heard the alliteration. It's like you're like in the storm, but storms always pass. Too.
Right? Yeah.
Like you just have to weather that storm and get through it. And like you're gonna sometimes have it be in a shitty mood or have a shitty circumstance that you can't control. You have no control over anything. And it's just you got to just ride it through and just realize that it's only temporary, and what you're feeling is only temporary too. So
it's hard. A lot of times, especially if like you're going through a depressive episode, it feels so permanent. Like there's no way, like dealing with a death. It's like, this isn't going to get better. It's not everything happens for a reason type shit. Like there was no reason this should have happened. In horrible situations like that, it is hard to even see that it's going to get positive, but you just have to know it will. Even though it sounds cliche, it really does.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Don't
get too caught up in the emotion of it all, which is so hard to do. It's so hard to do.
And just know that it is going to get better. Like, and then when things are good, just embrace those moments so much. Like with the babies, like I just stare at them because I know like they're not going to be this little forever. So I just try to like be very present and in the moment to embrace when I do have my positive times.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to cherish those moments and those times too, because it's remarkable. Like my niece, she just turned 2 yesterday, and it's so crazy how quick all that time flies by. Or my sister, she just sent us
Yes.
my nephew just turned 14. I think it was today, or maybe it was yesterday too. And
Happy
like,
birthday to him.
yeah, thanks. I'll have to let him know. But she sent a collage of him as like a little baby, and then like growing up through the years, and like he's a 14-year-old, and it's just crazy. And I'm like, that's her youngest son, and it's just crazy to think like that. So you got to enjoy those little moments while they're there.
Yeah, like, and also like on your phone, like when it pops up, like memories, or like Facebook will be like 2 years ago today, like really puts it into perspective, because I'm like, it does not feel like that long ago.
No.
So that's another reason with the babies, I just like take in every moment, because it will go by so quick. Like they're already growing out of their preemie clothes, and because they were born really little, like 3 pounds and 4 pounds, so their first clothes were like like this big. And so them already outgrowing sizes, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's already happening. They're growing up before my eyes.
It's wild. It's wild too. I was born premature too. I was I was 2 pounds 2 ounces actually.
Wow.
Yes.
What week your mom had you at?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. I'm not sure. But I was supposed to be, I think, born in August, and I was born June 2nd.
Oh, that's my brother's birthday.
Really? No way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was so small at the time. They had to buy me Cabbage Patch Kids clothes.
Oh.
So
that's cute. You're probably at the NICU too.
Huh?
You were probably at the NICU. That's where
I was.
Babies stay until they get them to health to go home.
Yes. No, it was I think I was there for a couple months, I know.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was my due date was February 6th, and I gave birth on December 26th, the day after Christmas. So yeah, so they were pretty early, but that's normal for twins to come early because they're in there fighting for space.
Yeah. Wow. See, and like when Rob told me that for the first time, I didn't know that about twins, that they showed up early typically. So.
Yeah. Mine were super early. Like they weren't expecting them to be that early. Like y'all already know, probably for the story, like how I had to go to the hospital and stay in the hospital for 3 weeks, then have the babies. So my story isn't a normal one, but so they kind of came even earlier than expected, but at least they were healthy.
Yeah, that's the key component of it all, right? That's the biggest aspect. Kate, I don't think you'll know this question, but somebody does ask this one. Lady Nisa asked, will JCW come to Phoenix this year?
I don't know. I didn't know they're coming to Vegas WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, Lady Nisa, Hammer, go to the JCW Lunacy page it's Psychopathic Records on YouTube. If you tune into their weekly show, type it in the comments, throw it out there and stuff like that, or hit up their X account on stuff.
Yeah, I'll be wrestling at the show, laying down the law.
Laying down the law. Do you know where it's taking place at in Vegas, Katie?
No, I'll look it up though. I did. He sent the video, but I forgot. Let me see.
That'll be awesome though. I'm gonna be there Wednesday through Monday. It's gonna be. So I'm gonna try to make it.
Happy it's in Vegas, so that way I can go.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that nice? It's such a nice thing about it. It's like, I honestly, when they announced that they were going back to Vegas, I said they should just have WrestleMania in Vegas every year. I mean,
yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be great, wouldn't it?
It's with JCW, Stranglemania, Viva Las Violence. That's a good name.
That is
April 17th. And it's going to be at the Horseshoe Hotel and Casino Event Center on the Las Vegas Strip.
Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with the Horseshoe, so I'll have to.
It starts at midnight.
Does it really? Holy smokes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to have to take some Kratom, I think, before you go or something.
Yeah. At least I'm used to no sleep. Like, that'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be ready for that then.
Well, at 3 a.m., I'm used to up feeding kids at that time.
Well, Katie, you mentioned too earlier that it was a completely different story how you got into wrestling. How did you get into wrestling?
Okay, so I used to do fitness competitions. Did bodybuilding, and I met Luke Hawx in New Orleans, and he sent my pictures to WWE. And then they're like, okay, bring her on in. And then I went, and I was a Rosebud, who at the time it was Adam Rose. He had this gimmick where he had like party people with him. Like one person dressed was a rabbit, and then like cowboy. Like it was just very, very random. And so I was one of the people that like danced down to the ring with him. And then I didn't know anything about wrestling. And then I fell in love with it that day, like watching the matches and feeling the energy of the fans. I was like, this is the best feeling, like the best high, like of adrenaline. And then watching wrestling, I just was infatuated. So I joined wrestling school with Wildcats in New Orleans, which is Luke's school. So I joined that, and then met people at WWE. So like Khali, the great Khali, I met him there. And so he was like, when you're done training, I want to book you. And I started wrestling in India and doing different tours and things like that. So it's kind of like, yeah, how I got into it.
Wow. So, okay. I didn't know that you were in India before, like you had your TNA run and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was like my first big like stuff I did. And the India shows were so cool. Like that made me love wrestling even more, because the fans there are very, very passionate, and their shows are huge. There would be 70,000 people at a show. Like India, like shows up. I think because like a lot of them never even had wrestling in their cities and stuff. So it was like their first time seeing it. And so that was magical, being so new in the business and then having like WrestleMania sized crowds to be in front of was really cool. And I went there a bunch of times. It was like 10 different trips. And we would do tours there. So I would stay a few weeks at a time. And I really fell in love with Indian culture too. Like I love the food, the parties, like the music. So that was really cool. And that was before I had met Rob. So I was so excited about that on our first date. I was like, I just got back from India. And Rob's like been everywhere in the world, like so many times. Or he's like, cool.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's so normal for him. But for me, it was like the biggest flex of my lifetime.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It is funny because like Rob has been everywhere. And if you tell him something and he's such a big name too, that like he's used to having anything happen. So anything that happens to us on like a smaller level feels like a big deal.
Exactly. Yeah. For me, it was the like highlight of my whole life, doing media tours. And for Rob, that's a regular weekend. So
even like, me, I'm like, if I were to text him, hey, I'm coming to Vegas, and I'm excited to go to Vegas, he'd be like, oh, okay, whatever,
Right. That's why he goes to the city and he's like, I miss the dogs. Like he just wants to be home. He's experienced everything.
Right. It's I can't blame him for that for sure.
Yeah.
I told you the story. I think so. I was in Philly, I think, for NXT when Rob was there. And so I took an Uber to get to my buddy's place, and the Uber driver, it turned to the topic of wrestling and what I did for a living and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, I do a podcast, and I think I mentioned Rob and stuff like that. He's like, oh yeah, and he was like from India, I think. And he was talking about like, oh yes, he's like, there's a woman, she used to wrestle over there. I was like, yeah, can you describe her? And he was like, yes. And like, he was trying to detail it and stuff like that, and then it ended up being you. It was you. Yeah.
Great in India.
Yep.
The Indian fans don't play about me.
Nope. Right. So, and he was like, she was super athletic. She was really, really good and everything. And I was like, wow. Cool. My
dad worked in Georgia with an Indian man, and then he said, I saw your daughter wrestle in India. I was like, what? It's like India's huge.
You're global.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Now you talked about and Rob's obviously such an organic and straightforward person. Is there something the fans don't necessarily know about Rob that you know about Rob that kind of stands out that fans may not know?
Well, yeah, I feel like y'all know everything because he talks to y'all like 2 hours every week. So y'all probably know everything. Like it would be that like his love for like dogs is so sweet because then everyone knows like his tough side. But then when it comes to dogs, like he loves them. Like he talks to especially Barbie's like his main like love other than me. Yeah, like he'll have like full conversations with them, and even if it's just him and the dogs, like he's always talking to them and cuddling them, and I love that about him because I'm really a dog person too.
Mm-hmm.
So that like before we had kids, like that was really showed me like, wow, he would be a good dad, and he does have like a paternal side to him. The way he babies them so much, I was like, he has enough love in his heart where I knew he would be a good dad.
Yeah. No, he's going to be a good dad for sure. It's just like you can tell.
Yeah.
He's got that.
Yeah. So that helped show me because seeing that soft side of him is really, really sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But y'all probably know that. Y'all, I'm sure he's talked about the dog.
Oh, yeah. Plus, Barbie will make run-ins and stuff like this.
Yeah.
So much. And he'll pick her up and show him. It's like, here's Barbie.
Yeah. That's his second love of his life. And then, like I said, when we travel, he's like, he's always like, I miss the dogs. And when I first met him, I had a dog named Petrie.
I remember her.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, you got it. Oh, that's right. That's a great. Holy smokes, that's a great tattoo.
Thanks. Yeah, I got to get one of our dogs now, but she was my dog when I met Rob. And so he just met Petrie. And when we were on our date, he was like, I miss Petrie. And he really seemed like so down about it, where I was like, wow, that's so sweet. He already is so bonded and attached to her. And so I thought that was really cute to see that side of him.
Yeah. I mean, did you grow up with pets in the house too?
No, I didn't.
Really?
We only had outside animals.
Really?
Like in the house, I had like guinea pig or like a rabbit. Like I'd have like little caged animals. And I always wanted like a little lap dog, but my mom isn't into, she's not into animals like I am, like that much to where they're like family members.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to wait till I was an adult. And then as an adult, like first I had Petrie. I got her when I was 18. So
really?
Yeah. So she was like, is the first one that made me a mom, taking care of her.
How old was she then? How old was she when she passed?
I got her as a baby. She was only a few weeks old when I got her as a gift. And then she died when she was 14. So yeah, my whole adult life. Like she's the one that taught me how to be a mom. And yeah. And she died of stomach cancer. So yeah. But at least we got 14 awesome years with her.
Yeah, that's a good run for a dog too, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, she was awesome. And then after that, I was like, she was just so perfect. I was like, how am I ever going to find a dog that perfect? And then, and Rob had Barbie, but that's like his dog. Like Barbie, just all about Rob. So I was like, now I don't have a dog. And then I got Lovey. Yeah. And Lovey is like, she's my dog and she's so awesome. So it's cool. Like I was able
to. She's the easy travel companion, right? She's the one.
Yeah. She's so little and she goes in a little doggy bag and a traveled bag and she's so well behaved. So I was able to travel with her a lot. Like I take her to all my family events and we took her to different things. Like we took her to Philly when we were there for Sabu's funerals and stuff. She's even in the Sabu documentary, her and Barbie both, because they went to Philly with us.
Oh, so, nice.
Yeah, she was my little road dog. But now with the kids, I'm like, I don't know. That's going to be hard to travel with twins and dogs.
Yeah. It might be a little tough.
Like we need a private jet. It's time. We need
it. Definitely do. Let's see if we got Seth chimed on in too. Thank you, Seth. No, Katie, we riot. We haven't smoked in 2 weeks. I haven't smoked in 2 weeks myself. I got too strong. Stony. I got too stony.
What happened? You like forgot how to read.
I know. I'm like, I let it scooch on in too. I have horrible vision, and I'm like trying to squint and see what it is.
Yeah, when I do smoke, I'm gonna be so high, like my tolerance will be so low. Like one hit, I'll be like faded. But yeah, that's something good about taking a long break. This is the longest break I've taken, as an adult. Because when I started dating Rob, of course, my tolerance went high. Literally.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, literally. Pun intended.
Right. So yeah, a break is just it's good for me.
Yeah, it's good to take a little breather from some of that stuff sometimes. Like I gave up sweets and I gave up something. What else?
Nice.
Booze. I gave up booze for Lent too. So
Booze? Oh yeah, it's Lent.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I gave all that stuff up.
Wednesday.
Ash Wednesday and stuff like that. So booze is going to be the easier one. I think giving up sweets is going to be the tough one for me more so than anything else. But
good luck.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm
Rob's good at that. He gave up sugar when he got his stem cells done in Colombia a few years ago, and ever since he's been so good to avoid sweets. Like he's really good at that. But it's the same thing. Like as giving up anything, like your tolerance goes down. So when you give up sweets, it's like you don't crave it as much, and then when you do taste something that is a little sweet, it seems way sweeter.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It's
that
like your
sense.
tolerance goes down. Yeah.
Well, because I grew up in the house, we always had skim milk. We always did non-fat skim milk, and then so whenever you taste 2% milk, it felt like you were drinking a milkshake almost.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Or like when I was competing, and that was when I was like the most cleanest I ever ate. Then when I did have something sweet, I was like, whoa, this is too sweet. Like my tolerance went down and my taste buds like got stronger, like more sensitive to it. Yeah. Instead of like, if you have sweets all the time, then your body's like, ooh, I need more of that.
Right. Yeah. Or I keep running into the issue where I want something sweet and then I want something like salty after the fact.
Yeah.
So like back and forth with all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'll just cut it out for Lent. How about that?
Good job.
Thanks. So far, we'll see.
Yeah, I was raised Catholic. I went to Catholic school, and I've been going to church with my mom too. Like, because since she's here, like I'm like, I don't want her to have to go alone, so I just got back into it.
Yeah, the funny thing about Catholic churches is like it's the same thing basically that you're used to growing up. It's like you sit, stand, boom.
It never changed. I was like,
it never changes.
Yeah, it's interesting how like with time everything kind of like does change and traditions go out the window. And then when I went back to Catholic church after not going for so long, I was like, wow, everything is the same. Like they only changed like one thing. Like we used to say something like I forgot now, but they switched it over. And then she said, oh yeah, that was a big deal. Like they did 2 years ago, like that they changed one thing, which was just a response that you say, but everything else, the format, everything is so the same. So I like that about it.
I do too. That's kind of what I say too. It's like, I don't necessarily go to church, and it's like, I consider myself religious, but like, I like the tradition of going to a Catholic mass sometimes and just like doing that kind of thing. Oh, there's Lovey. Speaking of Lovey, here she is. How about there?
Goes to my church.
What was that?
Mark Wahlberg goes to my church.
Does he really?
Yeah. I know. When I saw that on his Instagram, like him posted there, I was like, crazy.
That's nuts. Yeah. Well, I remember too, when you start doing the Our Father, it's like right before the sign of the peace or whatever, everybody started holding out their hands. And I'm like, what? We didn't do this before. That was like a new thing.
With each other now because of COVID, we go like this.
Yeah, that's what we do now too. It's like it's cool.
And we used to say, we say something, but now we say, and with your spirit. Like
yes, peace with you and with your spirit.
Yeah, that's new too. And
that
I feel like
me off a little bit.
Two new things.
I was an altar boy back when I was a kid too, and yeah, and so I did that for a couple of years and stuff. So.
I wanted to be an altar girl just to get out of class. Like I hated school. And so being in a Catholic school, I was like, this is my opportunity.
So at that point, they let you be an altar girl too? Because I know it took
I didn't get accepted. They didn't accept me. I just wanted to do it.
Oh, really? Because later on, I know they started allowing altar girls and stuff like that.
Well, I think they did. I think
Yeah.
they had lots of girls. They just didn't want me. They probably knew I
What?
was only trying to get out of the class. So instead, I was a safety officer patrol girl. So I would open the car door for the kids to make sure they got out of their cars safely.
Yeah. That stinks. They should have made you let you be an altar girl.
Right.
What the heck?
And I was bad in church. I would always be laughing. Like when I was a kid, I just could not control my laughter. It was really immature, but it got me in a lot of trouble. Like
Did
I would be laughing so hard, and it's like I couldn't control it and just kept laughing. And then like they had to put my desk in the hallway, all that stuff. So I would always get in trouble because they're like, the bishop was there and you were laughing the whole time during mass. Immature.
Can't be laughing at the bishop.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows what I was laughing at? I had a bad case of the giggles.
That's it. I mean, sometimes it's just nerves too, right? It's just like you're just
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's
you know.
a great place. And then my brother would get me hyped up too.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy. So you and Mark Wahlberg, friend of the show now, Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Friend of the show. Maddie chimes in here. What's Maddie have to say? Spark One fam, what's the gossip on Only Wrestler? Oh, okay. Rob posted about this on X today.
What'd he say?
So he said that like the relationship was different or something, and that they owed him money or something. I don't know all the details. I honestly didn't. So I didn't know that it was over. Yeah. Here, hold on. I can pull it up.
Filling me in. I don't know about this gossip. I told y'all I'm in a baby bubble. So
yeah, you're in the baby world of things. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the world outside of it. Let me go to Rob's page. But I love Rob's Twitter because he really he keeps it real in general, but like y'all know on Twitter, he's really says anything.
He's so funny sometimes on Twitter too.
It stands behind it. I love that about him. Okay, let me see what he said.
I have it here if you want me to read it. It's up.
Same story all over again. Different wrong partners who owe me money. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is. Because, people just are like, it's Rob Van Dam. He's balling, and then they just like, he won't notice and then just try to take advantage of him. So, I try to weed those people out, and I'm just going to have to get like tougher and tougher on who I allow in our lives, because so many people do want to take advantage of Rob, and he's the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah. And like, so I know because I texted him because I think they were going to Pittsburgh at one point. And I was like, hey, they're coming to Pittsburgh. And because I thought he's like, boo. He's like, boo.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know anything. I guess they weren't with them anymore.
Yeah, so we just like powdered out.
Yep, that's the thing to do.
Yeah.
Let's see. Got it.
But in the future, like what I learned from those kind of situations is anytime I see red flags, like I can't ignore them. It seems like anytime like I'm in a bad business relationship or bad friendship, whatever it is, like I look back and I'm like, oh, I should have known then not to fuck with them. Well,
right.
And then I try to see the good in people and stuff like that. But from now on, I'm like, I got to research people. I have to like pay attention to the signs. I just can't let that kind of energy in our lives again. And so, I'm going to be like even more involved in screening people so they don't come around us with that energy.
Yeah, it's good thinking too, because it's like a lot of people are just like, and you can kind of get a vibe from people for the first part too once they come.
Exactly.
Times, right? It's just like
like there will be red flags, but then me wanting to see the good in people, like I just like write it off, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Especially now I'm a mom, I don't got time for that.
Yeah, right. It's
right. Yeah.
Those priorities certainly change.
Right.
Katie, could you get RVD on my horse? Moo Man says hi. He's got a dog named Moo Man. On his horse. Does RVD ride a horse? Has he ever ridden a horse?
I never seen him ride a horse. I love horseback riding.
Do you?
Yes. And I asked Rob if he would ever go horseback riding with me. And we do like something I did before that he said he would do is at the Hollywood sign. you can go horseback riding and ride them up the Hollywood Hill to the Hollywood sign. And it's the most beautiful view of California there. Yeah. So I asked Rob if he would do that, and he said he would. So I want to do that with him one day. But I've always said I would love to have a horse. Like my dream is to live like on a lake and have a horse or two. But it's hard to picture right now because I have so much responsibilities. Like I cannot take on another like animal, especially one that has poops this big that I'd have to clean.
Right.
But I would love to one day have a horse.
I know my aunt has, I think she's got either 2 or 3 of them. And like,
Nice.
it's a lot of maintenance, and stuff, as I'm sure you know. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But anytime I get a chance to go horseback riding, I do. Like I did it in Colombia, went and rode horses. Me and Jennifer went and rode up a mountain. And that was really fun. I did the Hollywood sign. And when I'm in Tennessee visiting family, sometimes we go like rent horses, and I'll do it with my niece. So something I love.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. It'd be fun to get Rob on there, but Rob is so big, like it'd have to be like a really strong horse.
Right? Yeah, it's gonna be a big horse.
For the horse, like Rob's thick.
Yeah. He's got the hockey player legs. Fellas, you already know what time it is. It's time to level up, and Blue Chew just dropped something crazy. I'm talking next level, championship belt, gold-plated energy. One of a kind, if you will. Blue Chew Gold is the newest innovation from the #1 chewable ED brand. This ain't your grandpa's little blue pill. No. This is the 4-in-1 beast that's setting the gold standard for performance. We're talking 2 ingredients for blood flow to keep that rocket pumping, mixed with apomorphine and oxytocin to turn up the arousal and connection in your brain and body. Blue Chew Gold dissolves under your tongue and works just as little in 15 minutes. That means you can get it on quicker and stay in the game longer. Elevation without hesitation. This is peak passion and peak performance in a single tablet. And we at RVD got a special deal for our listeners. Get 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with code RVD. That's promo code RVD. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And hey, we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. All right. So what I wanted to do quick is just a quick, it can be a fast-paced kind of thing. I had the images of the wrestlers I was going to bring up, but when I got froze out, I lost them. So I'll do them from memory. But I'll ask you a couple wrestler names, and you just give me your thoughts on them. If you've met them or interact with them before, you can feel free to put it that way too. Okay. How about Tiffany Stratton?
I think she is so beautiful. Her face is gorgeous. Her body's banging. And I loved her WrestleMania entrance last year with like the Barbie boxes. I was like, that's so me. Like, y'all know I'm obsessed with Barbie. Like,
yeah,
it's my thing.
It's great.
And I like her moonsault.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan. I think she's great in the ring, and she's so hot. So I feel like she's a whole package.
She definitely is, right? It's just like she's got such an athletic background too, and she took to wrestling pretty darn naturally too. Like, her background was a gymnast. I think it was mostly gymnastics and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How about Becky Lynch? She was also in the Rosebuds too, I remember.
Yeah, she was a Rosebud.
Mm-hmm.
I liked when she used to have like her Irish gimmick, like doing the Irish dance thing. I liked her in NXT. Mm-hmm. I like her scrappy style.
Yeah. She's really got to show a lot of her personality too now with being a heel, and she's done some great work. I think she's probably one of my top 5 favorite wrestlers going right now, actually.
And I'm inspired by, like we were saying, like the way I'm going back to wrestling after having a baby, like the way she did it, like your life doesn't have to stop, you can be yourself and be a great mom too. So like, that's like Cardi B, like that always inspired me about Cardi B. Like she has 4 kids. And like, still, like it never slowed her down. Like she had a baby like a couple months ago, and she's already like on tour. She was working out a week after her birth, and she still like stayed true to herself. So that's like my mom goal, is to be an amazing mom, but also still be me.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
No, it is impressive to have that kind of fortitude and gumption to be able to get back into it and still balance out the mom life of it all too at the same time. I didn't know Cardi B had like 4 kids. I had no clue. Wow.
Yeah, and she's always back on tour afterwards. Like it doesn't slow her down at all. Man. So yeah, that inspired me. Like she's still herself. Like she's still twerking. She's still the same. So I like that energy because a lot of people think like once your mom is like, oh, mom life, which I'm all about the mom life, but also like I want to stay true to me too.
Right. You got it. And again, that helps you, I think, in all effort to be a better mom too at that same point.
Yeah.
Because like you balance out your life and you're able to prioritize what is important and then, okay, focus, recalibrate and refocus kind of thing too a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who else was I going to bring up? Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill has the best physique in wrestling.
Yeah.
Her body is just amazing. And she's a mom too.
Yes.
Abs, the best body. I was there in Vegas for the AEW pay-per-view when she came out, like with her sorority, and did that. All the pretty girls walk like this.
That was great.
Yeah, I love that entrance. That was really cute. She has a cool bicycle kick.
Yep.
I like the move where she slams someone behind her. Slam chicken wing thing.
Yeah, the Widowmaker, I think it is. I think that's what it's called, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah.
Or Facebuster.
But yeah, she is a very nice person too, like super grounded and everything too. I got to.
I haven't hung on with her or anything like that, but I'm just inspired by her physique. It's just wow, like the best like since China.
I know, right? She should be Storm in the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
Like she's just fit for that role.
Yeah, she looks like a comic book character.
Absolutely. And she dates she's married to a pro baseball player, a former pro baseball player.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon Phillips. Is his name, so.
She looks like an action figure.
Yeah, she really does.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Inspiring.
Yeah. I was going to do a Hall of Famer too, Trish Stratus.
Yes, she is so hot. And she makes me not scared to get older. You know, like some people like think like once you hit 40, you know, like you're past your prime. And then she's like Rob's age and she is like the hottest she's ever been ever. And actually her and Rob, I don't know like how old she is. I guess I just said she's Rob's age because she has Rob's birthday, but I don't know how old she is, but I just know like with time she gets hotter. Like she's hotter now than ever. Right.
Like, cause I mean, back in I guess it was the 2000s or whatever, the blonde kind of buxom girl was the thing in WWE all the time. And now she kind of just changed her look but she still looks great. She looks amazing.
Amazing. And I like her moveset. I love the stratosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love her. And she's so sweet. She's such a nice person.
I don't think I've met her, but I've seen her from a distance, but I don't think I've met her before.
Every time I've met her, she always says, "You have a nice ass." And she said that like 10 years ago and says it like recently. So I'm like, she must really mean it, you know, because if someone repeats the same compliment, like she probably doesn't remember, but of course I do because I love her. So since it's the same compliment, I'm like, she must really mean it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it makes me feel good.
Well, okay, before we close out, who did you talked about studying wrestling and when you were getting into it, who did you really study? Like a lot of the times when you did watch tape back in, who was a big influence to you besides like somebody like Rob?
China is such a powerhouse and I love her confidence. Is somebody when I first started, it was like I wrestled Santana Garrett a lot. And so like I wrestled her like in my first few matches. So she was like, we have all the same moveset. So I realized like I was probably copying her just because she was who I was watching a lot. And she still wrestles like for WoW and stuff. Yeah, but I know it sounds like cliche, but really Rob was my favorite. And so I tried to be like him, like a high flyer. And I did that in the beginning, but then as I got thicker, I was like, my ass is not meant to jump like that. Like
you gotta change the style.
Right. Yeah. So I was so inspired by him. And who else? Well, like for women or men? Well,
It could be either or.
I love the Hardys.
Oh, the Hardys are great.
Yeah, I'm always inspired by high flyers, but an ECW is my favorite style, like as my hat,
Yeah,
But
right.
ECW is my favorite, just them not giving a fuck attitude. I was like, this is really what makes wrestling so special. Like an attitude era is my favorite era of wrestling after ECW.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. No, and that's true too. It's just like you can't like that's what makes wrestlers stand out is basically not giving a fuck.
And it being genuine. Like some people like give off the energy like they're like squares in real life, and then they're like playing a cool, like they're like playing a badass. But then like I love the ECW era because it was like so raw and genuine, and you could like feel that energy that they really didn't give a fuck.
right.
Like, yeah.
That's and that's the thing too is and you can tell it too when a wrestler is not being themselves or being genuine.
Yeah,
It's just,
like that's something so special about Sabu. Like I love of course, Sabu too, but that was his personality outside of the ring too. Like he never gave a fuck, and it showed like in his sense of humor. He was so funny.
yes.
But also, yeah, his in-ring work, everything. Like, of course, he's one of the goats.
Yeah, definitely all time. And it's just like he should be in the Hall of Fame, every wrestling Hall of Fame, because he really changed the game for how wrestling was portrayed and how like people handled themselves too. I just think it was he was an influence to so many people. I think even subconsciously to some people that might not even be aware of it.
A super nonconformist.
Yes, that too, right?
Yeah,
big time.
Yeah.
So, cool, Katie. This was fun. Is there anything you want to plug or talk about too before that I didn't touch upon?
No, y'all could follow me on Instagram. It's Katie, as y'all see below.
Katie Forbes for real.
Katie Forbes for real. Is it just Katie Forbes for real? Let me see.
Oh shit, you're probably right.
Oh yeah, you got it wrong.
I did. I merged them both together.
Yeah, it's Katie Forbes, the number 4 real.
It's not the Katie Forbes.
Yeah, it's just Katie Forbes, the number 4 real on Instagram, and then on X, it's the Katie Forbes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then onlyfans.com/Katie Forbes.
There you go. I think we did get another super chat, so make sure
Hey.
get that. Oh my god. Katie, you probably didn't see this. On Raw and SmackDown, they've had a mystery box. Like a crate going around, and Maddie's asking if Rob is in the box.
I don't know. That's a mystery to me too.
Yeah, right? What a shocker that would be. I'd be all for that.
Is it like they're physically in a box, like they pop out and they're there?
So they've been doing is bringing this huge crate to Raw and SmackDown. It says do not open until February 28th, which is Elimination Chamber. So everybody's thinking it's
like who is he? Who's in the box?
Who's in the box or what's in the box?
Well, if he's doing it, it's going to be a mystery for me too. I'll be just surprised with y'all.
There we go. He also wants to see you versus Liv Morgan. That's what he wants to see.
That'd be awesome. Liv's so hot.
Liv is great. That's the other end name.
Like what couple would we go against? Me and Rob, and I think someone said Liv and Dom. And
Liv and Dom.
Liv.
Great one. Yes. Yeah. Good baby faces versus heels dynamic going on.
Yeah, but I love being a heel and Rob's a face.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm always a heel and he's always a face.
Yeah, right. Yeah, being a heel's got to be fun, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is so fun.
Want to make sure. I think I got them all. Oh wait, no. Can we see the Barbie room one day?
Sure.
Yeah, the Barbie room.
I got several. I have a huge closet that's like all pink and pink walls and pink ceiling and chandelier and leopard and Barbie. And then I got like the strip club room, which y'all probably see. Yeah, we used to do that there.
Yeah, yeah.
We used to do the show in there. And there's a stage and a pole and disco ball and cool lights and like glow lights on the walls. I don't know, like the whole house is Barbie house.
Yeah, you guys got a sweet setup from what I've been seeing. So
yeah, you have to come over one day.
Definitely, yeah, it'd be awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you, Lady Nisa, for that question too. So yeah, one day we'll see the Barbie room.
Yeah,
and, yeah, cool. That'll do it then. This has been awesome.
It's so fun. Thanks y'all for joining. I didn't know if anyone would be here since Rob's not here, so I feel thankful for y'all to join me on this beautiful Sunday.
Beautiful Sunday. Somebody said you were Miss Sunday Night too.
Yeah.
Katie Ford, Miss Sunday Night. I like it.
Thank you.
So, guys and gals, be sure to tune in every week. RVDTV.com, RVD's YouTube channel. Be sure to follow Katie, like she said, too, on Katie Forbes for real on Instagram and the Katie Forbes on X. And be sure to follow
Katie
her.
Forbes for real.
It is right there. There it is. Don't pay attention to the mess up I made at the bottom.
I said Rob's your favorite. Oh, that's convenient. But it really was.
Yeah.
Like Cap. But like, I know. But yeah, he's my favorite. My favorite person, my favorite wrestler, all the above.
For a darn good reason, too.
Yeah.
So, heck yeah. All right, guys and gals. We'll see you next time here on One of a Kind with RVD and KT. Yeah. Miss Sunday Night.